Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go check out my website at skysworld.com for life coaching and mentoring. I want to talk briefly about being a king. This is about leadership, a conversation of leadership, but we're not just talking about success, about how you can get a mansion and a fancy car. I hope you get that, but I'm not really here to help you get that. I don't really care. What I do care about is helping men become the greatest versions of themselves, to become leaders. We need more leaders. We need more kings, true kings. Kings are legendary. And there's a certain honor of kingship. So, in order to be involved in this relationship with this type of leadership, you need to know how to receive the honor of kingship. Men that can't receive the honor of kingship can't become kings. The universe, God won't anoint you, won't give you the crown because he realizes you don't understand the relationship. You're not going to do it right. So, here's a little list of ways that you can receive the honor of kingship. Number one is, kings are celebrated. So you have to allow your people to celebrate you. Allow your family, your friends, your loved ones, the people around you in your world. Allow them to celebrate you. Don't push back on the celebration. Now, don't let it go to your head, but allow the people to celebrate you. Kings are honored. You have to be honorable. That takes a lot of work. That means you have to have character. A good king has character, and you have to be an honorable king with virtue and have values. And the reward with that is that you will be honored, and you have to understand that you want to allow people to honor you. It may feel weird when someone is honoring you, but they need to do that. This is a reciprocal relationship, and if you deny the celebration, if you deny the honor, you deny your subjects from honoring you and celebrating you, you're denying them a necessary aspect of the relationship between leader and those who are being led, between the sheep herder and the sheep. Allow yourself to be adored. Being honored and adored are slightly different. I can honor you without really adoring you. Honor is more of a respecting. Adore is loved. Some people, not all, but some people will honor the king, and some people love the king. They adore the king. That also can feel strange. It's one thing to be honored and respected, and we like that. It can feel a little awkward to a weak man or to somebody who's not used to being in those types of robes. You may be used to your tattered garbage that you wear, and someone puts you on a throne and you just feel like a fish out of water. You're not used to the honor, but when people start to adore you and love you, this is where some people turn into bad kings. That's another crossroads, and you can let it go to your head. You start thinking you're God. You turn into the Pharaoh. You turn into a big jerk. But in order to receive the honor of kingship, you have to understand the reciprocity of this relationship and to receive the adoration, but without letting it go to your head. To receive the love without letting it inflate you. Kings are gifted. We've seen the movies. And there's always a king on a throne, and he's got piles of gifts and gold and all kinds of crap around him that people are giving him, and they approach one by one. A bad king is basically robbing the people, milking the people. A good king doesn't need the stuff, but he allows the gifts because those people need to give it. It's a relationship. People need to give the king gifts. When you become a true leader, people are going to want to give you things. Someone may want to give you a car. You don't really need it. Allow them to give it to you. You can just give it away to somebody who needs it, and that's what a good king does. A bad king hoards. A good king covers his bases. I got my bills paid. Here, you guys take the rest. A good king is protected. A legendary king, a king that people adore and honor and celebrate, they're going to protect that king. Some guys are so lost in this warrior mode, they think they're Rambo, and they want to fight the whole world. They're going to go up against an army by themselves because of their inflated ego and their pride. They don't need anybody. Allow people to stand up for you. Take a back seat every once in a while and allow your wife to stand up for you. Allow your friends to protect you. You may not need it. I'm a big, strong guy with a whole room full of guns. I don't need your protection. A major reputation. I don't need your protection. But some people, they need to protect in order to show their love and their adoration and their honor. They need to protect their king. It's a relationship. Allow your army to protect you. That's what they're there for. Allow your support group to support you. Now, when a king dies, a good king, he's mourned. When a bad king dies, they dance in the streets. Allow people to mourn you. Some people have this idea that, no, you shouldn't mourn me at my funeral. Don't cry for me at my funeral. People have to cry in order to get it out, the loss. The loss can be overwhelming when you lose a great person, when you lose a legend. And people cried for Martin Luther King. They didn't even know him. You know who he is. People cried for Bob Marley. They didn't even know who he was. You don't hang out with him. That guy could be a jerk. People are crying for him. But he was a legend. So you want to allow people, of course you'll be dead, but you want to allow people going into your death, as you get old, an old king, allow your subjects to mourn your passing. And the final one is something you have no control over, but this is what you set it up for. A good king, a legendary king, is remembered. Remembered with songs, with poems, with books, with plays, with statues, with stories around the campfire. Will be told for 1,000 years. Not everybody gets that honor. You have to allow that to happen, and the way that you allow that to happen is to fully embrace the reciprocity of kingship, to be able to receive the honor of kingship. This is all just food for thought. Thanks for watching.